Attention, Real Madrid fans. Breaking news: Brahim Diaz has received a €65 million offer from Saudi Arabia and could be on his way out of the club. This bombshell has even caught the Santiago Bernabeu executives by surprise and could completely change Xabi Alonso's plans for the season. But before we continue, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything about the biggest club in the world. Let's get straight to the point. Real Madrid has just received an official €65 million offer for Brahim Diaz, a player who, although not an undisputed starter, has proven to be an important piece in the squad. The Moroccan attacking midfielder was crucial at various points last season and is considered the team's 12th man, the one who always comes in to change the game. The offer comes from an undisclosed Saudi Arabian club, but new reports indicate that Neom SC, Al Nassr, and Al Hilal are in the race. In other words, the interest is real, and it's serious. At 25 years old, Brahim is at a decisive stage in his career, and the opportunity to become a leading figure in a new project, along with a lucrative salary package, could be tempting. On the other hand, Real Madrid hasn't made a final decision yet. Behind the scenes, it's said that Brahim could renew his contract with Los Blancos. The new deal is reportedly aligned, but it hasn't been signed yet. That only fuels more speculation about a possible departure. In recent days, Brahim was reportedly told by Xabi Alonso that he'll have a secondary role this season. With Jude Bellingham out in the early weeks due to surgery, Brahim is expected to start, but over the course of the season, he could lose space in the squad. And that might weigh heavily on his decision. "I'm focused on helping the club and giving my best whenever I'm called upon," Brahim is said to have told those close to him. Despite his desire to succeed at the Bernabeu, the Saudi pressure is strong, and Real could be tempted to cash in, especially if Endrick and Rodrigo remain in the squad. Spanish media also report that Fenerbahce, Arsenal, and Milan are monitoring the situation. If Brahim decides to leave but doesn't head to Saudi Arabia, he could still strengthen a top European side, especially if he's offered a prominent role. It's worth remembering, Brahim's current contract with Real Madrid runs until 2027. However, a possible extension is being discussed to secure the player's future as part of the long-term project. Brahim's potential departure would be a challenge for Xabi Alonso, who would lose a valuable backup for the attacking sector. On the flip side, it could open the door for young talents like Arda Güler, or even accelerate Nico Paz's integration into the first team. From a financial standpoint, selling Brahim now could be a strategic move. With the high amount offered, Real Madrid could reinvest in other positions, like the right back or central defense, where depth is still lacking. Meanwhile, another major development has shaken up the Santiago Bernabeu offices in the last few hours. Arsenal, from the Premier League, has made a £65 million bid, around €75 million, for Aurelien Tchouameni, and Real Madrid has already made its decision. According to Spanish sources, the Gunners submitted a proposal through an intermediary who works with English clubs. The Real Madrid board analyzed the offer and quickly decided to reject it. Tchouameni is considered a key player for Xabi Alonso in midfield, especially after the departure of Toni Kroos and the physical demands on players like Modric and Valverde. The Frenchman has a long contract, is developing well, and is seen as the defensive anchor of Madrid's midfield. Internal sources confirm, Real Madrid believes Tchouameni still has a lot of potential to grow and is not considering selling him at this time, even with big money offers. That shows that, unlike Brahim, the Frenchman is off the market, for now at least. The rejection of Arsenal's offer also shows that the Spanish club is committed to keeping a solid core and avoiding major overhauls during this delicate period of transition. The priority is to give stability to Xabi Alonso in his first year in charge. And there's more, Real Madrid remains active in the transfer market. After announcing 3 new signings and with Franco Mastantuono set to arrive soon, the board continues to monitor fresh opportunities. However, despite the new arrivals, there's been a noticeable lack of exits, apart from the expected departures of Modric and Lucas Vazquez. Rodrigo and Endrick are still part of the squad, and so far, no club has made a concrete move to take them away from the Bernabeu. This increases the chances that Brahim might be the one to generate income, as he has market value and could bring in a solid sum without compromising the squad's sporting plan. The current scenario is clear. Xabi Alonso wants to keep all the young talents, but he knows there's no room for everyone to shine at once. That's why tough decisions are being made behind the scenes. If Brahim accepts the Saudi offer, Real Madrid might let him go and open space for targeted reinforcements. If he chooses to stay, He's expected to sign the new contract and remain a valuable utility player in Alonso's squad. And the most intriguing part of this entire story is how Real Madrid is managing this internally. Club sources indicate the board is divided. On one side, some advocate for Brahim's continuity, arguing that his versatility in the attack could be crucial during tight matches or fixture congestion. On the other side, others view the Saudi offer as a golden opportunity to cash in, especially considering the club paid far less to bring him back from Milan. Brahim's situation also reveals a broader trend. Saudi Arabia continues to play a major role in the international transfer market. Saudi clubs are spending big, not just on aging global stars but also on young, promising players like Brahim. This shows that Middle Eastern football isn't just after headlines, it's building competitive teams for the future. So, if Brahim does leave, what are Real Madrid's options? Internally, Xabi Alonso is already assessing the squad. Arda Güler, the highly anticipated Turkish gem, could see increased minutes in Brahim's absence. Nico Paz, a homegrown talent, also appeals to the coaching staff. Both have offensive qualities, creativity, and vision, and could be polished throughout the season. Moreover, Real Madrid is keeping an eye on the market. If Brahim is sold, the club could look to bring in another creative midfielder. Names like Giovanni Reina, Borussia Dortmund, and Mohamed Kudus, West Ham, have been informally mentioned by sources close to the club's scouting department, although no negotiations are currently underway. Another factor influencing the decision is the demanding schedule ahead. With the Spanish Super Cup, Copa del Rey, La Liga, and Champions League, squad depth will be essential. Losing a player who can operate as a winger, midfielder, or false nine reduces the coach's tactical flexibility. However, the club also knows that Endrick will join in January, adding one more name to the attacking options, which could make the competition for minutes even tighter. In this context, letting Brahim go for a significant amount might be a wise move. Behind the scenes, Real Madrid's financial department views Brahim's potential sale as an opportunity to fund the search for a top-tier centre-back. With Alaba and Rudiger aging, the club is considering investing in a young, high-potential defender, and William Saliba, from Arsenal, is once again being mentioned. Despite his high market value, Brahim's transfer fee could be key to making such a move feasible. All of this reflects Real Madrid's increasing focus on financial balance. Even as a global powerhouse, the club has adopted a more rational approach, building a young, competitive squad while capitalizing on market opportunities that bring in income without compromising sporting quality. And finally, this offer for Brahim could just be the beginning of a more intense transfer window than expected. If Saudi and English clubs keep pushing, Real Madrid will need to act wisely and decisively, not to lose key pieces or let go of talent prematurely. And the fans? They're divided. Many supporters on social media recognize Brahim's tactical importance, but they also see the offer as too good to refuse. After all, it's €65 million for a player who, on paper, will be a backup for most of the season. Now, the ball is in Brahim Diaz's court. He wants to stay at Real Madrid but must decide between fighting for his place at the biggest club in the world or becoming a main figure elsewhere, whether in Saudi Arabia, the Premier League, or at a top Italian club. Do you think Real Madrid should accept the offer and sell Brahim Diaz? Or should he stay and fight for his place in Xabi Alonso's squad? What impact would his departure have on the rest of the season? Comment down below. We really want to hear your opinion. And don't forget to hit like, share this video with your fellow Madridistas, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. See you in the next video with more exclusive updates from the greatest club in the world. Until next time, Madridista.